All right. We are good to go, Jen, when you are.
Okay. Calling the meeting to order at 6:06 on January 13th for the regular, no, is this regular?
Yep.
Yes, regular
This is the
meeting of the
Village of Jackson.
Village of Jacksonville. So, has everyone had a chance to read the minutes?
They probably the first one they have, the second one never got. We haven't sent out. So we'll have to.
We have we have the minutes of December 9th, 2025.
You know. Whenever you guys are good, you can make the motion.
Okay. Would anyone like to make a motion on December 9th's minutes?
I'll make that motion.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And then we have the minutes for the special meeting, correct? December 18th.
That's this.
I remember that you don't get the pre-meeting that comes in an email, so you never get a printed version. So that's your printed version. And then I'm off everything. Was that forwarded on?
The first one.
So the second one, you had an edit, John, on the second one.
We edited, so this, you have, sick time says, continue to use sick time, and then personal days, it says continue to use sick time.
So personal time. Yeah, I just copy and paste.
I can see that.
So that was right here.
Yep. Do I have a motion to accept the December 18 minutes? Fine. As amended.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And now we are working on the financial report.
As of January 1st, 2026, we had $49,218.20 in our checking account. We received $148,461.71 in payments and $25,047 in interest, while paying out $148,461.70 in.
So that's the same.
I say that's the same number. There's something not right there. Sorry. I apologize on that. I can check that in a second. In checks and ACH payments, our money market balance was $70,227.87. with 23,734 transferred out to cover CDA payment that we talked about last meeting, and $11,250 transferred in for our tree trimming, and to 2,500 transferred in for our property taxes on 12/10. Our current balance of our operating checking account is $64,020.49, and $3,159.06 are on outstanding checks. So 61,000 ish.
Well, give us those numbers again because they're different from what
Yep,
we have.
the operating checking balance is $64,020.49. Right up here. These numbers are all right up here too. Outstanding checks is $3,159.06.
Okay.
So you must have edited this.
Yeah, I gave you the final packet
Yeah.
with the updated stuff. And the money market is 79,000. This would be the same, $79,117.79 with $33,618 unallocated. Do you want me to go pull that statement to give you what money came in versus out on the operating checking, or just send an email to update it?
How long will it take?
5 minutes.
Okay. 5 minutes?
5 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll take quite that long.
You have that figure for the outstanding checks again, 3,000.
$3,159.06.
Thank you.
Sorry, I missed that, guys. I wonder if it's updated right here. Yes.
They all look-
Yes, I'm sorry. It's credits was 148,461. This one. Oh, it probably is in your packet. Yeah. And debits was $141,022.41.
141, 22, and 41.
Yep.
Yeah.
Paid it. Yep. Two. 4. All right. Everybody good on that first paragraph?
Yep.
All right. We currently have a balance of $62,197.95 on our truck loan and $607,093 on the VEPSA loan. VEPSA loan is in deferment, interest only deferment until July 1st, 2026. Statement of receivables in November, we received $2,478.54 less than what we billed out. On December 16th, we billed out $124,971.30 in electric bills. This is $1,163 more than what we budgeted for the month. So far, we've collected $86,595.44 for the month. It's an updated number. Right up here. It's that updated number. For the month with bills being due on December 15th. Solar issue has been fully resolved. The customer has not come back with any questions at this point. So that customer has a credit of $13,942 prior to this billing that we're about to do. Receivables, we have received $18,084.15. We have $18,084.15 in current 30-day plus.
18 and 84.
18 and 84.15.
Not the 19.
Correct. That essentially somebody paid us some of their past due balance. I'm not sure. Honestly. So that is the financial report with that one update. I don't know. You guys usually vote on the financial report. Any particular questions? Payables. So I will say Amanda and I are really struggling with the ACH. We've talked about this a few times. It makes it very difficult because ACHs occur the middle of the month, kind of throughout the month. And so it's really difficult for us to say this is how much is being paid out this, this particular time versus this is how much has already been paid out. So that's something we're trying to figure out how we can do that better. So the total payables, including the VEPSA payment we already paid and everything, is $150,941.09, which is this number right here. We believe it's about 96,000 that still needs to be paid out. That includes the current CDA. So in the pre-packet, this is the report that's included in there. It's a status report, so that gives you all the invoices that we have to pay.
Yeah.
Instead of in this format, we can't actually do the warrant format until the day of the meeting because you have to actually issue the checks first.
Yeah.
So maybe that's something I print as well going forward, just because your budget, the payable status report is not necessarily up to date. I probably should print the actual. So I'll just go through this really quick. Alpha Arbors, we had our 3 approved contracts that the 3 things that we had talked about last meeting. Catamount Restoration does the floor cleaning twice a year. Our write-offs from December, Village of Jacksonville electric bill, rental of the bucket from Greg Brown. That was for the work done at the municipal center for the most part. Green Mountain Power, this was for the tech to come down and figure out that our
The switch there.
switch is broken. So this is not for them to repair it. This was just to come out and troubleshoot it. Haverluck, this is the first billing for the month of January for us to pay Haverluck to do the tree trimming. He said he's starting on the 27th. I included my report later. He's supposed to start on the 27th, the week of the 27th on Bernard. Is what he's
So
telling
you
me.
told us like last time that he had a fire
Yeah.
and he must have.
Needs help.
He just told me that he's planning to start work on the week of the 27th. I haven't
All
heard.
set.
Yeah, he must be all set. So he hasn't said otherwise. So April Perry for our water bill. KBS is our auditor. This is the last payment or this is the first payment for this audit. Lakeview Landscaping for plowing and sanding. Nido for cleaning the boiler in the back room. Hasn't been done in a while. We did it this year. And he said it very much needed it. So good thing we did. Couple things for the town of Whitingham. We had a lien release that we had to do, and then our dump sticker for the $50. Mileage, I had to go up for a meter training in Ludlow. So that's that mileage. I did not go to the VEPSA meeting this month because it was pretty bad weather that day. So I did not go. Took it here. Our EEU for Efficiency Vermont payment. Veemers is our retirement payment. Laura Allen for her
See, I
time
don't have
here.
that sheet.
No, you don't. This is
No.
something we can't print this particular format until the day of the meeting. And that's what I'm saying. I'll print this going forward. I think it's better that you guys have this
It's, yeah.
in front of you.
I thought I'd seen them before. I think.
They are up. It's up here though. That's what I'm going through. So VEPSA, these are VEPSA payments that were paid on this. They've already been paid, the December payments. Casella, this was our last payment. So Casella does work and then bills you after the fact. So this is actually our last payment to Casella. It has already been canceled, but this will be the last one. DV fiber, and vision insurance that Amanda and I paid for, Delta insurance. And as you can see, this is coming through as two payments because of the timing of how all this is coming through. This is what I'm saying. It's not a very clear, this is what you paid last month versus this is what you paid this month because of the ACH. Amazon, we had the meter plugs that we had talked about, that we're going to have one at the library and one here that people will be able to rent out and use to check how much their kilowatts are using. That was something we got on Amazon. Garbage cans, still waiting on them to come in from China, apparently. And chair wheels, we were using mine. I had to take mine back home. So I had to order the ones that just can go on the carpet. Trash removal, again, this is the timing of everything, that last one versus this one. DV fiber, again, duplicate because of that. Creative technologies, the two mailings, again, duplicate because of the timing. Department of Taxes, this was the gross fuel tax. MVP Healthcare, Quill Corporation, that was a 3-month calendar for 2026 that we ordered. Department of Taxes for our sales and use tax. And then these are VEPSA payments for this year, or for this month, that you see there. So you're authorizing us to pay those going forward, including the CDA payment of the $61,000. FMBO credit card. The big one that we had this month, we have Hadley and NEPA members are working with us to do outages, as we've mentioned. So I asked Green Mountain Power for a copy of their key for us to be able to access all of our equipment at the metering point. And Green Mountain Power said, no, go get your own key. Go get your own padlocks. So we had to order padlocks for the metering point. We also will be using them on our DCUs. So that was $426 for the padlocks. They're key to like padlocks. They're brass all-weather padlocks. They ordered 30 of them. For some reason, padlocks are not cheap anymore.
Where do we need 30?
Well, we're gonna need it. We have 9 DCUs. We had 9 of them up there, so that's 18.
Okay.
And the price was better to do 30 versus 20.
Okay.
So I figured it's not gonna hurt us
And
to
they're
have a
all
few
keyed
extra.
the same.
And they're all keyed the same, so we all have a key now. So it's a one-time expense is my hope.
Yeah,
It's not
okay.
gonna be something that we come up with every time. Reception 24/7 is our reception. This was from 2 months ago when I had to stay up there, stay in Barry for that meeting for the CAPI conference.
Yeah.
It was cheaper for me to stay up there than to come back and forth. So we have the hotel and a dinner. Home Depot, I'd have to look at what that is. I can't remember, for $40. Oh, I think it's the window stuff. But I have to check if it's not. UMA, and then Adobe for the software. And then the only thing I did add one thing that for some reason wasn't showing on here because it came in late, was a WEX payment for our truck fuel, for $175.81. So that was it for the payables. Any questions, any concerns, any comments?
Make a motion that we approve the payable warrant.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
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 You're ready.
Okay.
This is just the signing. For the payroll warrant, total payroll was $16,707.83. The guys actually worked, first of all, this is a 5th week. So we have 5 weeks this month, so it's a little higher payroll. We've been running around the 12, 13 range every month. This is a 5th week month where there's 5 weeks. And then the guys did a lot of work at the municipal center, getting that fixed up and ready for doing the underground work and things, and that's hitting this payroll. So that's why it's a little higher. But total is $16,707.83.
Motion to approve payroll warrant.
Are we gonna get reimbursed for any of that?
We already have them. Yep.
At the municipal center?
Yep. Actually, they're reimbursing us higher than what we get for.
Okay,
We bill out, we pay the guys $70 an hour, and we bill out at 110. So $40 an hour.
okay. I'll make a motion that we approve the payroll warrant.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And we are now on to managers report. Excitement plus.
What?
Excitement.
This is the type of payroll one. Give me a second.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I don't have the report. Did you?
Which
no,
one?
I don't have your report.
Manager's report.
Yeah,
Right there. Isn't it?
oh,
Yeah.
right there.
That's how my day's been all night.
Plus.
I am, right? So rate case update. There's been no word on the article from Vermont Digger. I don't know if anybody else has seen anything, but I've been looking, and I've done 4 interviews, I think.
Oh, my goodness.
And they haven't done anything, so I'm okay with that. But if anybody sees it, let me know. I will let you know if I see any. We received our 2nd round of discovery questions. So essentially the DPS gives you a 2nd round of questions. There's a single question with 2 parts around tree trimming. And we actually we submitted the responses to our attorney for review today. So it's that's kind of the last step that we have to do.
What are they questioning?
The question was on the remainder. So we essentially have a budget of $120,000. We have a contract for Haverlock in 2026 for $72,000. And they said, well, what's the rest of it being spent on? And so we gave a little bit of an explanation of what it's being spent on. And then we gave them a breakdown of what 2025 looked like, where we fully spent that 120,000 to show we did it.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't ask for it, but I think so. That's why I kept saying it's really important we fully spend this money, because that's what they're looking at, is to see, did you spend that? And so we were able to show, yeah, we spent it all. I think we were $87 over our.
And the only reason there's a difference is because the bid came in low.
Exactly. Well, yeah, the bid came in low. Eventually, that's going to bridge that gap, because, but also, I mean, in theory, the way I kind of have positioned it is, I think it's about $190,000 to $100,000 worth of tree trimming every year, and then you have danger trees will be the extra 30,000 or miscellaneous thing. So I hope it's never fully 120, but it might be, and then we'll just have to go from there. So that's kind of the last step for us and what we need to do. The Department of Public Service will issue a recommendation to the Public Utility Commission on February 26, 2026. So we're kind of waiting until then. Hopefully they'll issue a recommendation to be the same as with the 12.479. And then at that point, if it is, then we'll just wait for the Public Utility Commission to issue their ruling. If it's a little different, then we'll have to know from there what we have to do to make adjustments. But based on the questions that they're asking at this point, I don't anticipate a whole lot of variance. AMI update. I'm expecting our DCUs to arrive soon. I have asked about it. There was an unexpected delay at the Hubble manufacturing facility. Over the holidays, they shut down for 2 weeks, which was not expected on any of the radars with the managers, project managers. So we're kind of waiting for confirmation that they're on their way. We're expecting there might be a little bit of a delay there. But they told us mid-January, so we're hoping that's going to be arriving soon. Once our DCUs are in-house, we're going to begin the installation process. 2025 tree trimming is almost complete. The danger trees that were identified are completely on the ground at this point. The work, working on the service lines for Route 100, I was told was finished today, and Nate began work on Laurel Lake today. So he's out there working on it this afternoon. So I will be doing sending 2 of the 3 checks that we have for Nate tomorrow. Trevor is beginning work on Bernard Road on the week of the January 27th, as I mentioned before. Battery storage, Ken and I, we haven't really had much meetings on this because of the holidays and everything. So we're getting back in the routine. We have a meeting on Thursday this week to discuss next step with engineers. Again, this is not, we're not paying for any of this. VEPS is paying for all of it. The engineers are really siting engineers, figuring out what the best location is for the battery. So we have that meeting on Thursday to begin that conversation. It was supposed to be next week. It's been changed to Thursday. Department of Public Service reviewed our application and made some edits that they thought were beneficial. They sent it back to me this is for the grid grant. They sent it back to me and had me review it, and essentially their changes misrepresent how we do our tree trimming, and it doesn't align with actually how we do it. So I've had to kind of go back and rewrite a lot of what the Department of Public Service put in there, trying to help us. So that's something I'm working through, hoping to have that done by the end of the week, so that we can fully submit that to the Department of Energy. And that's for that $300,000 grant for tree trimming that we're supposed to get. GMP metering points. So GMP has asked us if we'd be interested in assisting them with 3 interconnection points from the Jacksonville grid to Green Mountain Power territory. They're essentially looking at 1 on Cyrus Road, 1 on Burrington Hill Road towards the Green Road side, and 1 on Fowler Road about halfway down the road. So this would get rid of some of their cross-country things. This is beneficial for us because we get paid for wheeling fees. So this would actually be beneficial for both of us. And so we're working through that process. I have a meeting, I think, next week on this. But this is a big change. Green Mountain Power was pretty adamant about never doing this in Jacksonville because they planned to buy us and weren't going to help us in the meantime. But it seems like they have a change of heart a little bit. Come on. So,
Maybe we've just been stuffing it.
or we've been stubborn enough. I'm not sure which one it is.
Who is involved in this meeting for Green Mountain?
From a Green Mountain perspective, we don't have a meeting with Green.
Who's